it all day. And we've been taking care of business every day. Taking care of business every way. We've been taking care of business. It's all mine. Taking care of business. And I've been working overtime. Work out.
Welcome, everybody, to our second live episode in the past 2 hours.
It's awesome.
Yeah, not used to doing this. Yeah. Guys, taking care of business first. As always, smash that subscribe button. Hit that button hard. Last time I looked, we were at 514. We need to keep moving that upward toward 1,000. Hit the like button. Share this podcast with everybody you know. And, let's keep it going. I think our best podcast so far, or one of the best ones, was Callie Levine. We're well over 500 views on that. And let's make Anna go way over that one.
Right?
Okay, as you guys can see, our guest tonight is Anna Streff. Is that you say Streff? Is that how you say that? Streff?
Yes.
Okay. Just had to make sure. Iowa softball player. Molly, would you like to tell the connection between?
I want to tell Anna, I already told you how to say her last name the last show. Just let me know.
Okay. Well, you know me. Jason, you've been podcasting with me for 3 years now. You know.
It's all good.
You know me too well.
Yeah, it's
Streff,
right?
Yes.
I know you hear Streff a lot, for sure.
Yeah. Whatever you want to call me.
Yeah.
That would need an I in there to be Streff. Okay.
Yep. But still. Yeah, so this is my this is actually my step niece, which is insane, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
So the Hawkeyes run deep in our family.
Yes, they do.
Yep.
There you go. Yeah. Speaking of running deep, I was doing a little research. I saw that your dad had played baseball for UNI.
Yes, he did.
Okay. But I found two other. It just says relatives, Joe Slayton and Cam Shave, who wrestled at Iowa. How are you related to them?
Cam Shaver. So my dad and his cousin Matt own Streff Electric together, and Matt's two kids, Joey Slayton and Cam Shaver, both wrestled at Iowa. So
cool.
So they're kind of my distant cousins, not really second cousin, but I call them. They're basically my second cousins.
All right. Okay. All right. Now, are you home for the summer, or are you still at Iowa?
I am home for the summer. I got back like two weeks ago, probably.
Okay. And do you report back in August, or you have the rest of the summer?
Yeah, I have the rest of the summer.
So it's not like the basketball team where they have to report back in June?
No, we report, I think, first week of classes is when we have to be back.
Yeah.
For softball wise.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And then you play a schedule of games, right, in the fall?
Yes, we play 8 games in the fall.
Yeah. And they don't count on your record. Are they just basically what do you call it? Help me out, guys.
Like
games that don't count.
Yeah. I don't know what you even call those, but yeah, it's like 8 games against some like local teams. We usually play the Big Four, which is UNI, Iowa State, and Drake.
Yep.
So that's always fun.
They're just like exhibition games.
Yeah, that was the word I was struggling to find.
That's the word.
The English teacher over here said it, but I don't think you heard it.
What's that?
I said the English teacher over here said it, but I don't think you heard it. I said the exhibition games.
That's the word.
Well, she just needs to come on once in a while and show her face and tell us.
Right.
Okay. All right. No, I'm sorry. I saw that look on Molly's face. I felt like I said something I shouldn't have.
No, never.
All righty. Okay.
Oh, Dino.
Anna, I'm looking over your stats, and the one thing I noticed that your freshman year was your best year.
Yes.
But you only played 3 games your junior year this year. And were you hurt all season, or?
I had surgery in August. I tore my hip labrum, and I had a hip impingement. So I had surgery August 16th, I think it was. So I've been recovering from that, and then started to get it back into it. So.
Oh, great. I'm going to say one of the things I saw, it says you play second base, utility, third base, shortstop, outfield, infield. So what do you play? when you play for Iowa?
At Iowa, I played second base. Really, that's about it.
Oh, all right.
But
And
high school,
that's
I
a
played
huge
shortstop.
that's a huge issue because you got Jenna right in front of you.
Right, yeah. I'm a huge Jenna Young fan, so I'm okay with that. I support her, and I just try to push her to be better every day. So
Exactly.
yeah,
Big motivating factor right there is like having Jenna right in front of you. She's
Right.
always all Big Ten.
yeah,
I gotta learn first base or something.
yeah.
Okay, if you guys hear some screaming and stuff, my wife and granddaughters are out right outside the door.
Okay.
I don't know if you caught it, but I just jumped about a mile in the air when I heard screaming.
I thought you were gonna say your wife was yelling at you.
Oh, she already did that. You missed her in between the two podcasts when I was busy editing the other one, getting ready for this one. She popped her head in the door, and I said, "Hey, I need a favor. Go get me a drink out of the garage." Oh, it was fun.
She's like, no, you've been in that room for how many hours now?
Yeah. So, Anna, you guys are looking for a new coach, and I don't know if you got any inside information on who they're looking at or if they've even looked at anybody yet. But what was it like? I mean, how was you guys told that the current interim coach that was running the team this year wasn't going to be coming back this next season? Or were you told that? Because I was going by a news media outlet.
We were told that Coach Carl, who stepped in for us, he was able to, there's a process that the hiring committee has to go through. So he was able to apply for the job, but there's still the recruitment that they have to go through and, look for other options as well. But he was able to apply, and from what we know, he got an interview. So that's really all.
Oh, that's
we've
good.
heard
So he's not. So what we were told was incorrect information. Jason, congratulations! You had the correct information.
He won. He won that bet.
I told you that was what you were told. That was wrong, and I'm grateful to hear Anna say that.
Yeah, well, that's why I asked her. I wanted the truth.
I really liked Coach Carl, like the way he ran the team, like just and the pitching and stuff, the way he ran his pitchers. I absolutely just loved how he did all that. The difference now, I don't know if you can tell me, but you know how in the beginning of the year they had their best pitcher pitching against the weakest teams, the teams that you should beat, and then you had Talia come in and pitch in the teams that were going to be the hardest. So it was was that like a plan by the staff to get Talia ready for the Big Ten?
I'm not sure, but I think it was just a different look because, Jalen's been our go-to for 3 years. So I think just bringing in a new face, new arm people weren't expecting that. So I think that was huge help. And then the way Coach Carl calls pitches is just great. So really helping them out.
Yeah, she kind of took over you were at the year, your freshman year, you were at that tournament. Wasn't that where she kind of just took over, was in that tournament? Would you say?
Yeah, we played at the Mary Nutter in California, and we played UCLA, and she threw one hell of a game against them, held them to, I think we were winning like the whole game. Nice. And then to like the 7th inning or something, but she held them to like 1 or 2 runs the whole game, which is great.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
she's great. You actually got 2. I think next year your pitching staff is going to be that much better. I'm really hoping Carl gets this job.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, he did a great job coming in and just, he didn't know that was going to happen, but he took it head on and did the best he could. So
how did you take Renee? Like what did she just retire? How'd that do to the team? Because you guys didn't like lose a step, really. You took that in stride. It's like you just took Renee, having some family stuff going on, and then you guys just played your hearts out. It was great to see. How did you take that with her stepping aside?
Yeah, it was definitely hard because she's the one who recruited me, but she's got to do what she's got to do. She's got to take care of herself first, obviously. But I think we as a team just like really just took it on the chin and we're like, you know what, we're just going to go out there and do our best. And we worked together really well and just went out there and killed it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a great year. It was a surprising year for me. And the one thing about Carl also that I really liked is how he dealt with Sue Jin's, like when she was struggling, he moved her down the lineup, like to try different lineups before the Big Ten tournament. Like he was just trying to find a spot for her because she struggled, you know, in that last month a little bit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the fact that he was able to just, you know, switch things up and he wasn't afraid. I love that in the coach. So I wanted to throw that in there for Carl as well.
Yeah.
Athletic director, if you're listening.
Right. He's like, let's get him hired.
Yeah.
Get him hired. Did wonderful with the team this year. You guys won 30-plus games, finished number 6 in the Big Ten.
Great.
Also, you're seeding in the Big Ten tournament, which, you know, I know it probably hurts a little bit still that you got upset by Penn State.
All you had to do was beat Penn State. Oh.
Yeah. But I guess I kept wondering, and, you know, and I know Jason has a great answer for this, but you guys finished 6th overall, and you did lose that first game, but you had 2 teams behind you get invited to the tournament, and you guys did not.
Yeah.
How's that feel when you notice that?
It hurt. It was definitely a shock. You know, we're all sitting there in Carver watching, you know, the selection show and your name doesn't get called. It's kind of heartbreaking realizing your season ended a week ago and you didn't know it. But yeah.
Oh.
And you see in Indiana up there. Like,
It just,
like,
it doesn't
Michigan.
make sense.
Yeah.
I still have it written in my notes up here. I'm like, softball, I'm confused as to why Iowa did not make it into the tournament. Being 6 in the Big Ten, 64 teams to compete, automatic bids. 32 are going in, and you guys didn't make it. Oh.
Yeah, and then we see, like, obviously UCLA and Nebraska are great, but teams like that who we did beat once, but going far, it's like, dang, wish we.
I mean, you guys had a higher RPI than the baseball team, right? Everybody was high on the baseball team as well. Obviously, that faltered because they should have. Never mind. This isn't baseball. I can do another show on baseball, but yeah, seeing Indiana, that was really the only shock value over Iowa because Michigan went on and won the tournament. What can you do? I mean, the fact that if Michigan would have lost, you guys probably get in before Michigan. You guys are really close with Indiana because of their non-conference schedule. So, like, I mean, they had a really tough one, which helped their RPI.
Yeah,
but your RPI was in the 40s. And if you just didn't lose to Penn State, I keep telling me, I'm like, I'm watching the game, throwing stuff. I'm sorry, Anna. I was like, what's going on? They hit another home run.
Oh, yeah. The loss to Penn State, I think it dropped us like, I want to say like 7 or 8 in RPI. Yeah. So that was a big hit to us. But
of course, I mean, they were a good home run hitting team, and they were just seeing the ball that day.
They were,
So, yeah.
It happens.
It's hard
Just
to
for the record, the Hawkeyes went 2-10-1 in their final 13 games. That cost them any shot that they had.
The baseball team?
Yep.
Yeah, I already said this is softball.
2-10.
I know, but you were talking baseball a minute ago. I wanted to.
He wants you to know he knows a little bit about baseball.
Oh, my bad.
He's trying to throw in
I
there.
watched both this year. I've watched both, but not as much as I watch basketball and football.
Yeah,
not at all.
Yeah, ask the wife. I have subscriptions all over the place because of baseball and softball. We just got charged for Flow Sports, and she's like, "What is that?" I'm like, "That was softball. That was softball when you were down in Florida." I had to pay so we've been paying for Flow Sports and didn't even know it until the wife caught it. But the thing is, you guys, and we're exact opposite of the baseball team. You guys won. Let's see. You got 15 Big Ten wins for the first time since 2012. You won 4 straight series, right?
Nice.
You had 4 Big Ten sweeps, and I don't have this written down, so I'm going off memory, but I think you guys won like 13 of the last 14 games, or maybe 12 of the last 13. Like, you guys were on a roll before Penn State.
Yeah, I think we won 8 or 9 straight Big Ten games.
Yeah.
You know that we had a few midweek
This is
games who
great.
gave us a few hiccups, which
Yeah.
rough.
You only had one that was really bad. I mean, the Iowa State game at Iowa State was a great game.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're a good team.
and then you guys took care of business when they came to Iowa City, the Pearl Field.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was good to see. But yeah, you had a couple hiccups. I want to say they were really small schools, if I remember right. But other than that, softball, you guys did what you should do other than winning more games, which is obvious for every team, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, to have it come down to that one, you could tell I'm still fired up for it. That one team, because that did lower your RPI. If you lose to Nebraska, in that next round, it wouldn't have been as big. That Penn State,
Right.
Which is just crazy.
Yeah, but seeing Indiana, yeah.
Yep.
I don't know how you did it. If I was watching it, oh my goodness, you were in Carver, you said, watching it.
Yeah, we were.
Probably seen.
There's like a.
How
little-
heartbreaking.
I know. There's
They do a
If I
watch
was-
party.
we did get free shoes though.
Oh,
There you go.
heck yeah.
You got what? You said free
They got
shoes?
free shoes.
Yeah, we got some free shoes before the show started, so that was.
That's
At
cool.
least they gave it to him before, right? You can't take them back now.
Right.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
see that there's this thing called Players Trunk or something where they're selling Hawkeye gear for former players, actual gear that they had. Is that something that you get involved with, the Players Trunk, and sell off your gear?
I've never heard of that actually.
Oh,
Wow,
okay.
that's crazy.
I should look into that because
Right?
I have a lot of gear that.
I would Google it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get a lot. You guys get a lot. I don't even know what I did with mine. I know I gave it all away, probably.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's crazy.
Yeah, well, by the time you're a senior, you're probably collecting a whole bunch because
It's
you're
a
going
lot.
into your senior year, right?
Yeah. Yep.
You probably collected a lot of gear over the years. It probably can make a little cash at the end.
Yeah.
I do have another question. I mean, I'm sorry, Anna, because I talk a lot. Just so you know, I don't
That's
mean
okay.
to.
That's
That's just
great.
who I am. But I remember you hitting a triple as a freshman. Is that
Mhm.
true?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Did you hit more than one? But I only remember the one I actually saw. But
Just-
did you?
Just the one, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the one Grandpa Nick talks a lot about.
He had a triple and a double that season. Don't
Yep.
forget your double.
Yeah.
Double
I
that
just-
season.
He
just
talks about
remembering.
all of them. It's pretty awesome.
Um,
Oh, yeah. Grandpa would always, got to
Yes.
talk about it.
I
Like-
love it when he talks about you. It's great. He's so proud.
oh, yeah, that's the best when your
Yeah.
family's proud. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's the greatest.
There's not a better feeling in the world. Even if you strike out, they come up, give you a hug, right? And
Yeah, exactly.
you
They'll
still
always,
did
they'll
great.
always be there for me.
Yeah.
That's the best feeling in the world.
Yeah.
What position, like your infield is stacked, being honest.
Mhm.
Obviously with Jackson at third, she's a stud, and then Sue Jin at shortstop and Jenna at second. What's your favorite position in the infield, or do you play some outfield as well?
I used to play outfield a little bit more than I have. I haven't played it since I've been at Iowa,
Oh, okay.
but I've played it.
Because
Yeah.
losing Tatiana, who is really good out in left field,
Yeah.
there's going to be some open spots, but isn't everybody coming back in the infield?
Yes. Everybody's
Oh.
back in the infield.
I got another
For us,
question,
I mean.
real quick.
I love it.
Who would win a race between Maddie Allo and Caravaca? Is that how you say her name?
Yes. I'm going to go with Mattiello. She's my girl.
Yeah.
She's
So, I
my
mean-
roommate. She's my
Oh,
girl.
is she? Yeah, I love watching her play, and her back got hot
Yes.
for a while too.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yes.
she's a really good left fielder.
She is.
So hopefully we see a lot of her next year in left field as well. But yeah, but both those two. But Mattiello she runs the bases so fast, and so
Love
does
that.
Caravaca. Yeah, I love both of them. But
Great
when
leader.
somebody else would come in and pinch run, I'd be like, "Where's Mattiello? She's not in the field. She's on the." I would. So I still critique the coach, even though I don't know what I'm talking about. But I still.
That's awesome.
I think everybody does that a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Base running is so technical, so you gotta
It
be
is,
careful with
yeah.
that. I'm just letting you know.
I had.
I love it, by the way. I love being aggressive, coaching base running.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
Well, speaking of being aggressive, I coached softball for 2 years. My daughter, age 14, her team, and the very first game we coached, we won like 8-0 or something. And we were aggressive on the bases. I just started looking at the people throwing the balls in toward home plate and bases. They weren't throwing very good throws, so I just told the guys at the bases, keep them coming. Just keep them moving around the bases. Let's see if we can make them throw some more error balls.
Yeah.
And so I got a big head. Guess what? We didn't win another game that year. Even though I told the guys the next couple of games, let's just keep the aggressive base running. What happened is we found the second worst team in the league and we beat them. We became the worst.
Got it.
I mean,
you're like, uh-oh.
There's a lot to base running. You can't just be fast. There are some people who aren't the fastest, but they have such good instincts when to go and stuff that they can steal bases. And you're like, I can outrun that person. Well, it's not always about speed.
Yeah.
No.
Unless you have, unbelievable speed. It's not always all about speed.
Right. The new base running rules are the leaving early, how you can review that. That's pretty difficult now. There's been several times where we've been checked on that. Like people are reviewing it to see if we're leaving early or we're vice versa. We're doing that. So.
Well, I got a question for you on that rule. You never could leave early, could you? Or is it you could?
No.
I mean, people would because you can't catch it as often.
Yeah.
Right.
But technically you're not allowed to.
Right. That's what she was saying.
All.
She's saying you weren't supposed to, but now they actually can review it, so you get busted.
Now they can look to see if you did. Okay.
Kind of like a traffic stop.
There was a time this season where I can't remember who we were playing, but girl hits a 2-run home run, and the girl left early on second base. So we tried to challenge it, but the umpire came back and said that you can only challenge it on a stolen base or like a single. He's like, you can't challenge it on a double or a triple or a home run.
Really?
No, because they were doing that a lot during the tournament.
Yeah, that's what.
Just saw a lot of that in the tournament.
Right.
Constant reviews. UCLA just pulled it out of their hat just to pull it out of their hat.
Yeah. So
like they hit a home run, and then I think it was either the head coach or the assistant coach said, review, I think first base left early.
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at it, none of them left early. Not a single one. They're not going to do that with bases loaded. They're just not.
Yeah.
They're like, hello.
Yeah.
Like,
well, the question I got is on a home run. When are you allowed to leave base? As soon as it clears the field?
No, as soon as the
pitcher's hand.
Go ahead, Anna.
Pitcher's hand.
Oh, they're leaving before the pitcher actually pitches.
Right. So the ball has to come out of the pitcher's hand, and you can go.
Okay. That's
so
what
you'll see them.
That's
like,
what I was trying to understand.
Yeah.
By the way, thank you, T. Hink. I see you got a lot of comments up there. I've been putting them up there one by one. So thank you for watching. T. Hink, with the previous one was a football show, Big Ten. I think you'll enjoy it. So, and Jason was on that one too.
Oh, cool.
So, okay.
My one fan.
Come on now. Just one fan.
Yeah. So I got, because we're talking women's sports tonight.
You got the shirt.
I got the shirt.
You might stand up.
Yeah. Pay some respect to women's sports.
Yeah, he got it because when I went to the Indiana game.
Yeah.
Oh. How'd you
when I went to the Dream,
I got it through Amazon.
Game,
a whole lot cheaper than you can buy it at the Dream.
Yeah, there was $50. I'm like, dude, you're not gonna buy a shirt for $50. It was a white T-shirt too, because they had that painted on the floor, and then all of the coaches were wearing them. And he's like, "Give me one, I'll Venmo you." And I'm like, "Dude, it's $50. Go on Amazon."
Yeah, $17 on Amazon.
So I don't really care about the price of it, but that's. So those are on Amazon? Like, did they just get? Oh,
yeah. You just type in the exact statement. They have shirts though. I think the reason the ones that cost $50 is they've got other sayings that go on the back.
Yeah, they got a lot of sayings on the back. Yeah.
I think that's probably why they cost a little more there. These ones don't.
I think
'Cause
the
I was-
lady that was in charge of either painting it on the floor or designing it, she was at the game.
She
And
was.
then,
They interviewed her.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
honored her. Yeah.
Yep.
They had a lot
Okay.
of women in sports that game, which was pretty cool to see, and
Yeah.
how much they
Well-
reach out and help women's athletics.
I
I've
mean, I
always
didn't
been
think
a-
they made those shirts. Like, I was legit going, that'd be a great shirt. I want one of those
Oh,
shirts.
this is why
Yeah,
they
they
were
had
wearing it.
them.
They had it
Yeah.
because the coach of the Dream was wearing one, and so were the players on the
Yeah.
bench.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Holy
So-
Toledo.
Big time.
I
Anyway,
didn't even notice that.
this show's supposed to be about Anna, but I just wanted to point out one more thing is the reason why I'm such an advocate for women's sports is because I had 3 daughters. All 3 played various sports through the years. And even back then, when they were kids playing their sports all the way through high school, I noticed the respect that women's sports was not getting.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
and it's just hard. I'm thinking, hey, these guys are out there pushing just as hard as you men.
Yes.
You know, you boys and stuff. And so,
Yeah.
but anyhow, that's when I saw that shirt, that's the reason why I jumped all over it for no
Yeah.
other reason.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
For me,
I know.
me,
Anna
Go
would
ahead.
understand, like, my softball team. I know this is hard for you to understand, but they don't have a locker room. They change in the restroom at the school and then have to walk over to the field. We are the furthest away from the school. We have a concession stand, but it has 2 bathrooms below it. We don't have a batting facility. We have absolutely nothing. And then you go over to the baseball facility, and they have a whole entire facility with 3 batting cages, 6 bathroom stalls, 6 showers, sinks with mirrors. Then you walk upstairs, and there's a JV locker room and a varsity locker room and a place to watch film. And it's air conditioned.
Gosh, in this day and age, even your team is not getting the respect it deserves.
35 years later after Title IX, I'm from the Title IX era. Come on, guys. Why are we still fighting this? So it's something, we need to step up for.
Yeah.
Um,
I did hear
you
your
don't mind
teammate
me-
state though.
Hmm?
I did hear your teammate state though.
We're going to make
Remember that?
state. We're going to.
I heard grandma.
The team that I had last year that was my JV team, okay,
Mhm.
they went in and beat every single team in our region handily. And that wouldn't have, it would never happen. Like, I'm talking the first time that we went further than 3 innings, our parents had no idea because they never went past 3 innings because they always got run ruled. So they just thought softball games only went 3 innings. And so when we went to 5, they were like, wait a minute, what's going on? And then when varsity went to 10 innings with one of the teams that thought they were just going to walk in and, it was going to be an early night, these people were not happy. They were so angry. They're like, what is going on? Why is this team that was nothing is now beating us? But the JV team beat every single team. They beat 2 teams that went to state handily. And now they're all on varsity. So my whole varsity is freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. And they are just ready to dominate. And I have people moving in, which is crazy. Like,
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
awesome.
unheard of. So I'm super excited. Total
Yeah.
basketball. But softball was my first love, just so you know. I was a
Grandma did
pitcher.
tell me
I
that too.
absolutely adored softball. It was what I wanted to do. And then basketball, it took me where I went. But
Mhm.
I didn't realize I was going to come back and take a softball team to state. I always thought it would be in basketball.
Yeah,
So
that's
I'm going to let them know they're my missing puzzle piece. And
So
they're
how
the
long?
ones that
How
are
many
gonna
more
take me.
games before you get to state?
Well, we don't start yet. We're starting our preseason now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You just know that you're that good.
We're starting summer ball. So we have 20 practices in the summer. And then we have a 30-game season that goes 3 months. It's going to be so fast. Like, it's insane. So
All right, so
October
you're
will
like
be
Iowa
state.
then. Softball in the summer.
Yeah. So, well, no, we're softball in the fall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
softball in the fall.
I can't keep
So-
up with her. I don't know why we can't get uniform among 50 states. I'm sure there's a plenty of college coaches that would like some uniformity themselves.
Nebraska's like that as well. Nebraska does that same stuff. When I first heard them in Nebraska, it was the weirdest thing in the world to me. I'm like, what? That's football season. No, we play.
I know,
softball.
right?
Season.
How many rainouts we have because of it? It's crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you don't mind me asking, Molly, like, where are you coaching at? Like, what city or whatever? Like, who is?
So
not-
I'm in Fayetteville, Georgia, and I coach Fayette County High School. So I'm the head coach there. And we're just near Peachtree City. We're only like 40 minutes from Atlanta, but it's like a small community. I mean, we have 5 high schools, but we are 3A, and so since we're 3A, we play the surrounding areas, which is yeah.
And they still don't. So they still don't respect softball. That's bothering me.
No,
I just
but
need
I
to
made it a
know.
beautiful field. It's beautiful now. It wasn't when I walked in, but it's beautiful now.
All
I'm
right.
like, I can't play on that. Are you kidding me? I'm an Iowa Hawkeye. I don't play on
Yeah.
that. It's
The thing that I love about women's sports, which is why I'm so excited, like I'm with basketball, softball, everything. Like I'm amazed at like women's reaction times in a small softball field.
yeah.
I mean, that hot corner is hot. And
Oh,
the
yeah.
pitcher is, the pitcher's closer. I know when they throw 60 in softball, it's kind of like 90 in baseball, right? It's kind of like that. So, I mean, I don't know. There's something about softball I really like how close it is and just seeing everybody's react. And I mean, the bases are close together. It's just, everything's so, I mean, you can hit it to
Very fast.
if you're fast, you could just hit it to the shortstop and get a single because if you're fast enough. So, and then like in basketball, women's basketball is like real basketball. Before Caitlin Clark, it was real basketball, right?
Mhm.
You had to set picks, you had to do all this. They didn't shoot it from 35 feet, and all that stuff. The passing with Clark kind of changed the game as well in women's sports. You didn't see hardly anything. They ran real plays. Where like in the men, there's so much ISO going on and so much dunking and all kinds of stuff. So I guess the part of me, like in my opinion, women's sports is like more legit. It's more real. Like it's not. You have to play as a team more often than not in women's sports. Where if you have the best basketball player in the men, just give them the ball and get out of the way, right? So I guess that's a big part of.
Well, and I'm pretty sure Anna can speak to this, but as a second baseman and a shortstop, I mean, you guys have to have a great relationship. You have to be able to read each other and know exactly where the ball needs to go off every play, especially when you're turning doubles, right?
Yeah. Communication is definitely key.
It's huge. I literally trained one of my girls today. She's a second baseman, and she's just done tremendous over the summer and like on her footwork, charging the ball and then getting set and throwing for the double play. And I was talking to her and I was like, well, do you talk to your shortstop? And she goes, what do you mean? And I'm like, well, if she's grounding the ball or she's taking the ball down the middle and then she's tossing it to you, are you talking to her, telling her how you need the ball, where she needs to place it?
Right.
Like, she was like, I never thought of that. I'm like, holy cow. Well, no wonder. I mean, don't you agree that you guys have got to be on the same page?
Right. Yeah. I mean, if you're fielding the ball and you're turning 2 in your head, but your shortstop isn't there, you got to play.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And we're taught, I don't know if you're taught the same way. You throw to the bag because they're supposed to be there, right?
Right. Yeah.
Because you're turning it, so you're throwing to the bag, and then if they're not there, you're hoping your outfield's backing you up.
Right. Yeah.
But,
Anna, didn't you play with Nia Carter?
I did. Yes.
Was that the year? That was the year you guys won the tournament, right? That was her senior year.
That was her senior year. Yeah.
And she was like, she was one of the best hitters I've ever seen.
Oh my
as
gosh,
far as softball.
She literally could hit anything, no matter where the pitch was, speed, anything.
You guys had a lot of games
like
where she was doing when it got a hit. It was pretty crazy. When you play against those really good pitchers, she was able to hit them. Yeah.
She just like throws her bat out there and she can place it really well. It's insane. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
And then
I don't know how.
Career home run at Arkansas, which was pretty cool.
I was just going to ask you that. I don't know how she did at Arkansas or
that's awesome.
How they did, but so do you know, like how good did they do at Arkansas or how good she did?
I think she did pretty well. I didn't keep track of like her
Oh.
stats to say, but
Yeah, I didn't either.
from the looks of it, she did really well. She had her first career home run, which was super cool.
Yeah.
I think it was against Mizzou, I want to say. So
There you
Oh,
go.
wow.
All right,
Yeah.
Anna, I got some things when I bring on
So I
you
have a
guys.
question for you.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and ask the question because I got something
What
fun
you got to
coming
do?
up. I got
I
something
do
fun
because
coming up. So go ahead and ask
I
your
know we hit it
question.
with okay, because I know we hit it with Callie a lot, and
Mhm.
you know, with Callie, you know, Levine being on the bench and not playing that
Mhm.
much, but with her energy and how she,
Mhm.
you know, stayed with it and fought through it, and I get it too, like not playing as much and having all of these players in front of you, you know, like he was saying, your infield stacked. Like, how do you stay positive and how do you stay up when you're, you know, when you're not out on the field doing something you absolutely love? Like, how do you do that?
yeah, I think definitely just supporting the girls in front of me. You know, they're out there doing their best. And, you know, being negative isn't going to help anybody. So, you know, it definitely doesn't feel great inside, but, you know, just being that
Mhm.
person that they can come to and talk to and just be positive no matter what, like they're down on themselves, just being like, hey, like you're good. Like you'll get it next time. Like it's just like it not only brightens their day and game, but like it also makes me feel good too, knowing that like even though I'm
Yeah.
not playing, I can still make an impact.
I
I
like
love
that.
that.
I like that culture that you got there. Then I love it because
I love
even
it
the
too.
girls not playing are 100% into it
Right.
and encouraging.
Yep.
Okay, okay. I want to do something a little bit fun right here.
And that's what
Okay.
it's about to be a Hawkeye. I'm just telling you.
Yeah. And I think that's something Carl has really like drilled into us too.
He's going
Like,
out. What was
everybody
it? They're gone.
All right. Okay. All right,
Can't hear
guys. I
'em.
got something fun I want to do. All right.
They're all
I did this
froze.
with Callie, and it was kind of fun. We had her laughing a
It's
lot.
you and me.
What's you and me?
What's that?
All right, we lost you for a minute.
Oh, you did? Because I've been here the whole time.
We
No
lost
wonder.
you. Dean. Yeah, we lost you. We
No
could.
wonder
We
you
couldn't
guys
hear
are talking
anything.
over me.
He's in California. That happened.
Yeah, you were gone.
He's so
I
far
got
away.
I put a booster over here so that would not happen anymore. I guess my booster's not working. All right, let's do this real quick. Okay. Anna, when you watch TV, what's your favorite show to binge watch?
Friends.
Friends?
For
Okay.
real? Is that real?
Yeah.
At your age?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
They brought Friends back just for their
Yes.
generation.
that's my favorite show.
Oh my god. That's awesome.
Yay.
That is amazing.
Whoa. What is your favorite movie?
American Sniper.
That shocks me.
It's a good movie. It's my
It is.
favorite right now.
Yeah.
It's a
I
great
mean, I
movie.
liked it too when I watched it, but I wouldn't call it my favorite.
It's a great movie.
That's a
Yeah.
great movie.
That or funny one like Step Brothers or something.
Okay. So when
How
you
old
and your
are you,
teammates
Anna?
get hungry, where do you guys go for quick food? Where do you guys go get?
In Iowa City,
Yep.
I would say Della's or Bread Garden.
Okay. All right. Do you do TikTok dances like the basketball team does with your fellow softball players?
I do. Not as much as basketball, but we do make them here and there.
Now, is it true? Is it true that you guys are actually paid to do those TikTok dances to kind of draw more younger viewers in, or is that just something I read?
Frozen.
We are not, no.
You are not. Okay.
We just do it for fun.
Okay. No, and you know, and I honestly wondered when I read that. I go, really? They look like they're having so much fun. They don't look like they're being forced to do this.
We just do
Dean's
it to
out here
entertain
starting
ourselves.
rumors.
With the pastime.
I'm going to the source here. Okay. All right.
You gotta check your sources, dude.
Yeah.
What sources are these?
They're news media people, and Jason knows who they are. And
Don't
so I
always
think
pick
they're
that
high on
first thing on Google. Scroll down a little bit.
them. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. What's your go-to drink when you're really thirsty and you just want a quick drink? What do you get?
Dr. Pepper.
Oh, okay. I'm Pepper
Yes.
Zero guy, so I'm close behind you there.
Way to go.
Diet Dew for me.
Has to be a pepper.
Okay. What's your favorite color?
Light blue or pink?
Oh, okay. Alrighty. What's your favorite cake?
Probably a classic, just vanilla.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a huge chocolate cake person.
All right. What about ice cream? You want to go out for ice cream? What do you get?
Mint chocolate chip.
Okay.
This is like 100
That's awesome.
questions. Just no time to evaluate any questions. We're just throwing them out there.
She's just shooting them off too. She's like, I got this.
She's trying to answer and explain something, and he's all like, "All right, what's your?"
Like,
Well, every time we interview
"Jeez."
somebody, I want to try to throw those type of questions out
Yeah, those
just,
are
for,
fun.
just for fun. I
Soft
usually do them at the beginning to kind of do an icebreaker, but what the heck?
Yeah, no,
I
that
do
was
them
great.
later. I'm done with them.
That was
Jason,
great.
this is off topic, but what school do you coach at? You no longer coach, but you can explain it to him.
Yeah, I mean, I coached I'll just go back to the last time I coached. Before I got health stuff going on. I coached the feeder teams. I coached the passing out the air raid offense. Like going into Burke High School, I showed on one of the podcasts I still have to this day Burke's playbook, Burke High School in Omaha, Nebraska. I still have the playbook they had, although he moved to West Side, and they've won state championships 2 years in a row. West Side High School in Omaha. So I coached the passing offense for the most part for feeder teams into high schools, but I coached at Northwest also in Omaha. That was the school I explained where I was the only white dude on the coaching staff the last show.
Yeah.
Molly, remember that?
Yeah.
I was the only white dude. So, but since with my health, I haven't been able to, but it's all right. But I am actually looking into starting up a quarterback camp because I think I can probably do that. Start up my own quarterback camp. But other than that, I have been thinking about it. When you watch the previous episode, Hank, you'll hear Jay, who Jaden was one of the fastest kids I ever coached, and he'll explain what we did also with him. I was coaching 13 and 14-year-olds, and then I coached Jay's team, which was my son Tavion's team as well. They've been best friends since kindergarten, the previous guy. And he just got his finance degree, and I heard somebody else is getting their finance degree.
I am.
Nice.
Finance, risk management, and insurance. Kind of boring, but
Yeah, what'd you say? Sorry.
Finance. I'm double majoring in finance and then risk management and insurance.
Oh, risk management is what you said. Okay. And
Okay,
insurance.
so you can go work for Jordan Bohannon and his thing. That sounds like you'd fit right in with his group.
Right. Yeah.
He'll make you rich overnight.
Yeah.
Hank, high school. I've only done high school or lower.
Oh.
But I took 3 years of Mike Leach's, if you guys know Mike Leach's coaching clinic. I mean, he's my favorite coach of all time. People who listen to me know because I bring up a lot of things that Mike Leach, says, all the kind of things he would say. I miss him so much from college football. But I took 3 years of his stuff and I evolved his stuff into my stuff. So I kind of mixed and matched. Like one wide receiver position, he calls it rock, where I don't. I call it G. But it's only because for sign language, to tell him like he'll go rock like that. That's why he calls it that. But yeah, it's only been high school or lower for me. But I did learn the air raid from Mike Leach, which is why he's my favorite.
Anna, are you going to be spending the summer doing some workouts, lifting weights, or anything like that to get ready for next season?
Yes, I am. I work out at 5:30 in the morning. I have like a trainer at the country club near here. So.
Okay. So what's your workout consist of?
Literally everything. Cardio, strength training, everything.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if you went in and you were hitting off tees and things like that and getting ready for that.
Yeah, I guarantee she's doing that.
Yeah.
It's a big part of it.
Once a week, I'll go to Davenport, Iowa, and hit live off Trent Rubley.
Oh, that's good. Nice. It's good that you guys have that because that's
Yeah.
one of the things that we struggle with at the high school level. You know that
Mhm.
because you don't want to use your pitchers, every day in practice, because especially if you're playing Tuesday, Thursday, and then games on the weekend, you're not wearing their arm out.
Right.
So it's hard to get somebody to come in, and a pitching machine is not the same.
Yeah.
And this old arm can't pitch anymore. So
Yeah.
I think I tried one time without a screen, and my 13-year-old, she was a 8th grader. She line drive me right in the shin. I thought she broke my shin.
Oh, no.
She's insane, but she just turned 14. She'll be a freshman this year,
Mhm.
and it's not my child, but it's one of my athletes. She pitches 64 miles an hour already.
Wow.
And she's 14, and she moves the ball. I mean, we went through all of her pitches, like her favorite pitches, and even and she can drop her change up down to 40 something. And she wasn't gonna pitch, because she's a catcher and a third baseman. And I told her mom, I said, please, she has to pitch because we need her to pitch, because I need at least 4 to 5 pitchers, right, to get to go where we need to go.
Right.
And she's like, okay, fine. And that's what she came with after she did that. Are you kidding me?
I'm not,
Okay, fine. I'm going to pitch
coordinated
64
enough.
miles an hour and have a 42 mile an hour change up to throw at you. I'm like, it's nuts.
That's another thing with softball pitchers. Man, the way you guys go, and then just like I would fall down.
You do that again? It's like,
Come on. Well, some of those pitchers do it. They get up there and they do a little wiggle,
Iowa used to have a pitcher. I think her first name was Riley. She eventually transferred to UCLA. But every time she'd throw a great pitch on the mound or something, she would stop, turn around, and have this little dance that she would do toward the outfield. And I don't know if she was still there when you were
I don't think so.
Yeah.
He's like, I would have remembered that.
Right. That's something you'd remember.
Yeah. I just remember when I would watch her on TV, I loved watching her pitch just because of that, and it was so cute. But then she transferred to UCLA, and I wanted to get to UCLA game so I could actually watch her do that in person, but I never did.
Kind of like a Jordan Hall, Jordan, or is it Ball for Nebraska?
Yes, Jordy Ball.
Jordy.
Didn't she go to Oklahoma, win a national title, and now she's got Nebraska into the big dance?
Yep.
Because they won today, right? Didn't they play today?
Yes.
They
They advanced.
Oh, they lost today?
Nebraska lost today.
Oh, I thought they won.
I thought they advanced. They didn't advance?
No, Tennessee did.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
Dang.
You better shut the front door.
I could have
Really?
I must have read it wrong.
Game 3. They won the first game.
They did.
And then
I thought they won today.
Tennessee won yesterday and then today.
She's from Nebraska, so she literally wanted to go back home and take that team to.
Yeah.
That's what the transfer portal opened up. Well, I'm not going to win a national championship here, so I'm going to go to Oklahoma, get my ring, and I'm going back home. That's what she did.
That's what she did then, from Nebraska to Oklahoma back to Nebraska.
She did put Nebraska on the map this year.
Yeah, for real.
But didn't she go in on her first game and blow her ACL?
That was last year, yes.
Right?
First
she was
game
pitching and blah, blah. Oh my God, it was horrible.
In a Nebraska uniform. She blew out
her ACL on the mound. It was insane. I remember, and I'm like, oh, you've got to be kidding me.
I remember hearing it. We just finished our game, and everybody's like, did you guys hear Jordy tore her ACL? We're like, what?
Yeah. And that's tough.
Yeah, that's really
the
tough.
Worst. It's so
It was
long.
rough on them, too.
Yeah.
I have a team question for you, Ann. I don't know how long we've been chit-chatting. I don't know how long you got. But I'm amazed at the softball. How do you keep pitchers? What do you do with your pitching staff when you only use 2 for the most part?
Yeah, that's nuts.
And how do you keep? Is Haley Down a pitcher, if I'm remembering right?
Yes.
Okay. These random girls will pop in my brain that are pitchers. But what does coach do? Or maybe it's the team. Everybody together. When you're not being used as far as a pitcher, and there's only those 2. How do you guys keep that staff together? Thinking about that.
I think Carl's just really drilled in our brains that everybody has a role, and accepting your role and doing it to the best of your ability. We have several pitchers who will just throw us like live BP before games and during practice because they know like that's their role that year.
Oh,
That's interesting. I love the idea behind that. I really do.
Yeah. So that was
so
awesome.
they still get their pitches in and stuff, so they'll be ready to go if their
Yes.
name is called.
Right.
Yeah.
They're still out there during the games, staying loose, staying warm, ready to go. But
Yeah. Okay. Can Hink ask a question? How long are your normal practices?
at Iowa, they're probably in season. We probably have this year we did an hour of hitting in the morning, and then we'd have 2.5 hours on the field, and then an hour of weight training.
Okay. And another question I've always known, and I meant to ask this of Callie Levine when we did her on the basketball. When you guys are on the road to games and you go to the hotels, do you guys get dressed for games in the hotel and then take the bus to the game site? You don't have a locker room there at the thing where you change to at the field, I mean?
I don't know how basketball does it. They might do it differently than us. Molly,
I'm thinking the same thing because it seems like on their TikToks they're always wearing their basketball uniform. Am I out again?
No, you're right.
We get
You're
dressed
there.
at the field.
You're there.
At the hotel, sorry. And then we don't put our jerseys on until we get to the field.
Okay.
Just because they're kind of heavier, thicker. But
Yeah, it's
hot.
It's not the WNBA, where you're showing up all smoothed up.
in high heels and
No.
I used to play in an adult softball slow pitch league. Never fast pitch because I can't hit a fast pitch. Well, a lot. I played a lot of seasons, but I was in charge of the team, basically coach, general manager, player. And the first year we had those heavy jerseys and stuff, and it was so hot and everything that the next year I went out and I bought us lightweight jerseys.
Yep.
Almost not too much above a t-shirt grade. But I thought, guys, I'm not wearing those for another whole season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played slow pitch on a traveling softball team where we would travel all over. The last tournament I remember was Okoboji. That was a fun softball tournament. But yeah, it was slow pitch. It wasn't fast pitch, but I can hit a fastball, just so you know.
Yeah, I just changed our uniforms to the stretch mesh in the back, and then that stretch mesh on that back of the leg. I mean, because we're in Georgia and it is so hot. Like they wanted to give me some heavy pants and like a heavy top, and I'm like, my girls will die, especially my catcher. I'm like, there's just no way you can't give me that old school stuff anymore. It's got to be light.
Yeah.
I mean, it's even hot. I mean, it's even hot in Iowa.
It's hot in Iowa, but I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, but down where you're at with the humidity is even more.
Oh, it's awful.
There.
Like it's already just insane. Like they're, but they're out there and they'll come out in their full everything all summer long, and they're ready to go. It's crazy. I'm like, y'all got to get a drink of water, but I'm not thirsty. No. You need to drink water because you're about to pass out.
Yeah. Out here in Bakersfield, you're going to practice in 100-degree heat no matter what, because otherwise you won't practice at all. So just tell you to bring extra water and make sure everybody freezes their water and brings it.
But it really is all about the humidity. Like I was in a suit and tie in Vegas, thought I was going to die. It was like 110 degrees or whatever, and I didn't even sweat in Vegas.
It just evaporates immediately.
Yeah, it was the most amazing thing ever. I was like, oh, the wife was right. I had to say that too.
So as far as like, I know, they talk about the uniform, as far as traveling, how do you guys travel? I know that, we had our charter planes. So how do you all travel for softball?
We're commercial. My freshman year, we had one chartered flight to Penn State, and that was like the best travel weekend ever.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Are you guys able to sit together on commercial flights, or are you guys just wherever they can get you in the plane?
Usually wherever they can get us in, but usually we take up over half the plane. So usually we're all by each other, which is nice.
So you really understand the whole dynamic in the WNBA with Kate and Clark and the commercial and the charter. You understand both.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Except
huge.
I got one question. When you're picking up your luggage at the airport, are you guys recognized?
Actually, A few times last year, we were asked if we were women's basketball. And we're like, yeah, Keelan's that way.
I love that. I love that.
But yes, but this year, so Coach Carl actually drove everywhere. And he would drive a big van with all of our suitcases and equipment and stuff.
Nice.
So when we land, we just hop on the bus and go to the hotel and meet him there, which was awesome.
Perfect.
So
Take a backpack and go.
Question on that. Now, was Coach Carl afraid to fly, or is this the way he chose to do it?
We are not sure, actually. He claims he's not afraid to fly, but he drove everywhere. But it's a long flight from New Zealand, so
Yeah.
must have
So you know,
too afraid.
either that,
Take
he
a
just
boat.
puts himself.
Wait a minute.
He gets
wait
on
a
the
minute.
plane.
He had to get on a plane to come from New Zealand. He didn't roll the rowboat.
That's it. Right. That's just he probably takes a bunch of sleeping pills when he gets on the plane
Right, yeah.
and sleeps until he gets there. But that's
Probably.
interesting. That's a little John Madden action right there.
That's what I thought too.
Right?
That was the first thing that came to my mind.
Same here. He hated to fly, so he drove his big old bus everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to make a trip back to Iowa in September and Oklahoma in November, and I'm wanting to drive this year, but I can't get somebody on board with it.
It's far.
It is
Yeah.
far.
I'm jealous, though, guys.
California?
My wife is going to Iowa in June, and I'm jealous
nice.
because I'm going to stay back here and man the house.
Man,
going
I don't get to go to Iowa until September.
Is she going to Waterloo?
No, she's going to be spending her whole time between Des Moines and Marshalltown. They're going to land in Des Moines and go to Marshalltown where her mom is.
Okay.
Her mom has just recently moved into her sister's house.
Okay.
And so they're just my couple of my daughters haven't seen her for a while, so they're wanting to go see her and bought my wife a ticket to go with them. So
That's family right in that area, so
yeah,
that's cool.
their family in Marshalltown. I got family in Waterloo.
I don't think
And-
anybody's left in Waterloo anymore for me. I think everybody's
Yeah.
in Cedar Rapids.
Yeah, I still have my siblings. Both my parents are passed away, but my siblings all live in Waterloo. So
Oh wow.
Right. Plus my class reunion's in Waterloo this year, so I'll get to see my siblings plus my classmates. And my one sister is a classmate, so I'm going to see her a lot that weekend.
Hey, Anna, are you really 5'6"?
I am.
You are. So
Maybe
you're
5'5.5", but
okay. So your program is right on your
yeah.
5'6". Okay.
Yes.
Anna, you're an inch taller than I am. If that just puts it in perspective. Oh my gosh, that puts into perspective how short I really am.
But on TV, Anna looks taller. That's why I asked. She actually looked taller than 5'6", but I should have known the program would make you look taller. That's what the program usually does.
Yeah.
But on TV, I thought you actually looked taller. But I think you were standing next to Jalen when I saw you. Obviously I didn't know we were going to have this conversation at that moment, but I just saw. But I was like, oh, she's taller than 5'6", but maybe not. Like I legit watch softball and the baseball games, kind of like, doing the old, just figuring out how everybody's doing that particular game. So. Yeah, I just have so much fun with it, which is why I pay for wherever you go, I'm gonna watch.
That's so great. That's so great.
I'll make the wife mad because I'll pay for it, but I'm gonna watch.
That's
There you
true.
go.
It's so great though.
Guys, any last comments or questions you want to ask Anna before we end it? Any?
I just say, look, girl, you go for it next year because you never know when your time's coming up.
Yeah. Thank you.
You never know.
Yeah.
It could be coming.
And now that-
right?
yeah.
Like, be ready. Be
You
ready.
never know.
And now that we had you on the
I'm
show,
serious.
every time I watch a game, I'll be looking for you.
That's awesome. You guys can watch some games.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And,
I don't.
and
miss a
hopefully we
game.
could springboard this and get a couple of your teammates on. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah,
He's
it's a lot of
pimping.
fun.
He's pimping the show, and that's okay.
I have to pimp the show because it's an Iowa Hawkeye show, and I have to pimp it in order to.
Right.
Right.
And the best way to do that is get some players on here, both current and
Oh,
former.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's
Coaches
great.
Exactly.
We had a former women's basketball coach on here. I mean, Gosh, can we get a current one?
She's locked up. Molly's locked up. Is she?
I was locked up for a minute, and so were
Okay.
y'all. You were black on my screen.
Oh no.
Molly,
What
you're
did
the
you
only
say?
one that's gone in and out on my screen all night.
That's crazy, and you're the only one that goes in and out of mine. It's weird. So
Yeah,
weird.
it could be my internet. I think my internet's not that great. I
Or it
blame
could be
my
the
internet.
storms we have coming in. Like we've got storms coming in every night. It's crazy.
Mhm.
No, I
Georgia's
pretty
nuts.
much. I talked to Anna as much as I have all the questions I have for her. Yeah,
Okay.
I have a
Yep.
circle that Matty Owl will win in a race, and so I have
You would.
right. But
Like
if you
somebody-
want,
but
if you want, follow Everything Iowa Sports on Facebook,
okay.
and I'll accept you into it. We're almost 8,000 members, but
And don't
Yeah.
forget to follow Talking Iowa Hawkeye Sports as well,
I will.
Yeah.
both on YouTube and Facebook. T. Hink asked if I could get Mark Gornowski on the show. Man, I might have
That's
to
up
go. I might have to go through the SID on that one.
yeah, well, maybe we have somebody on this show that can say, hey, when she sees him in class, wherever he's at, if you run into him, you can say, hey, I know this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's
should
what we're
go
hoping
talk
for.
to him.
Yeah, got to go talk to him. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I know she'll go to football games. You go to football games, right?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Connections. Yeah, Hink, I'm working on that. I would love to get them all on here, but some of those players I'm going to have to go through the SID because I don't have the connections. Some of the others that we've had on this show, we've had connections to get them on.
Yep.
Guys, I guess it's a good place to end it. Anna, I appreciate so much you coming on here and giving us an hour of your time.
Yes.
Thank you.
After the show, I will be sending you a link to it so that you can share it with all your teammates and just show them, hey, guys, look what I did tonight or tomorrow. It's Memorial Day weekend. What the
Yeah.
heck? Who knows what everybody's doing?
No, yeah, it was nice talking to you, Anna. Thanks for being
Yes.
on the show.
Well, thank you guys for having me. It was a great
No problem.
hour.
That was awesome.
All right. Thanks. I'm going to end the stream here, and I do appreciate you coming. Molly, thank you for helping us arrange this
No problem.
episode tonight.
Bye.
I will never be free now, my baby. No, no.